Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today we're going to be going over 10 of the best Valkyrie builds that you can use at all different levels throughout this game. I'm going to be doing this as my 1000 subscriber special because so many of you have requested different types of Valkyrie builds, so I figured I'd compile them all into one video so you can reference them all at once. I'll be putting timestamps into the video just so you guys can figure out like the certain level as well as the kind of troops that you might want to use, because I'll post all 10 of them into the description for you guys to check. Before I do get into the video, I do want to thank all of you so much for 1000 subscribers. It's only been about 3 months too. This is basically when we started. Of course, I had like some other videos, but it was like a year gap, and then I ended up starting right here at the about 3 months ago. It was exactly April 23rd when we started this back up. And something interesting, if we actually look at the charts of the game, I don't know if we influenced it at all, but look at April and it's like a little bit down. But then like right as we start, it goes up and then up and up and up. I'm pretty sure that was because of updates and stuff too. But the entire duration that we've been doing this channel, more people have been playing Gems of War. So we've been doing something right. Thank you, all of you. So let's actually get into the video now. Of course, these are my personal favorite as far as teams. There are plenty of fantastic Valkyrie builds out there in existence. Even like this isn't even one of the builds I'm going to be showing. There's plenty of them out there that you can be using. If you know of any really good Valkyrie builds, feel free to leave them in the description below. What I'm going to be doing this video is I have 10 builds here, as you can see, all the way going down, and I have different level ranges that they are most applicable for. And we're just going to be going through all of them, and whatever level range you think is most applicable to you and that you can easily get, just go from there. Like, we have extremely easy ones to build like this, and then extremely hardware ones to build like this. So we're just going to start from the very first one. I'm going to be playing all 10 of them in this video, so that's why I'm going to be doing timestamps. It might get a little lengthy. We might be here for about an hour, but of course just use the timestamps in the description if you don't want to go through it all. The first one we're going to be starting off with is one that's probably most applicable to a lot of people out there, because level 50 to 200 range, that's a good majority of the players within this game. With this build, we're going Knight, Coronet, Behemoth, Valkyrie, and Druid. With Behemoth, you could replace that out with something, some other alternatives would be Shadow Hunter there instead, or you can go with any of the other brown blues, such as, what were those two? I already forget their name. I know who they are, I just forget their exact names offhand. Either Dwarven Lord or Emperor Khorvash if you have instead. Either Dwarven Lord or Frost Giant would work there as well. So let's get into this. Some of these may get close to losing. It's not exactly because these teams are bad. It's because I do have the level ranges there for a reason. Those are the level ranges at which they'd most likely be the best, in my opinion. And of course, I'm a level 1000 fighting other level 1000s for the most part. So the fights that I have aren't exactly reflected perfectly with the kinds that you'll have. So some of these builds, even though they're really good builds, you might notice that they aren't doing as good because I'm using them. It's not exactly that I'm using them horribly. It's just that the meta changes as you get later into the game, which is why I've made so many to show you throughout the game, so you guys know based on your level which ones are the best to use. So right there, we got a really nice extra turn off of the Knight Coronet slash right there. We have a couple options. I'm going to go with the safe bet and take out the Great Maul right now with Behemoth. Even if you didn't have a Behemoth, if you were using the Dwarven instead, you could have still hit him since he hits first troop. But right here, we can actually cast Knight Coronet again. We get a lot of magic on him because we're getting 3 extra magic for every single blue, or 1 per blue, and then we got 3. Plus, he's in the lead, so we're getting a total of 6 extra magic on him. And that brings us up to 24. We need at least 27. So 2-to-1 ratio. We need at least 6 purple on the board to kill. And there's 1, 2, 3, only 4. So it'd be 1 damage short. So we're not going to do that. We'll just use this instead. And then we'll use it. Let's see, did it give us anything? Yes it did. We'll take these reds right there, get the yellow off it, and then we'll just get to converting. And since so many things on this board or on this team use the blue, they just go all right up very, very easily. We're even getting an extra blue from Druid's first trait as well as Valkyrie's third trait. And from here, just double checking the board, making sure there's nothing left to take. Behemoth's getting huge with the extra 4 every single time if you happen to have him fully traded. And let's just go with safe bet, go Behemoth. He will take some skulls, but we have stone skin, so it gets reduced by half. Any skull damage it does, so it's going to do basically nothing. This should take out one of them. And of course it ends up doing that. Now, we might not be able to kill it. Oh, nope, it was enough. So yeah, that is basically the all-round team, I would say. Since the 50 to 200 range, most of you guys are probably there. You might not have Behemoth, but there are alternatives that you can use for it. Behemoth would, of course, be the best with this team, though. I actually one of the reasons why this team is actually up front is because when I did all the builds initially, before I did this video, I forgot to put in a Knight Coronet build, because I normally don't build Knight Coronet. I kind of forget how good he is in the early game, because late game, you basically don't see him at all. So I kind of forget sometimes that I need to put him in, since he's actually one of the most popular troops in the game towards the lower levels. Actually, towards this level range, he's actually among the most popular in the game. So let's go and cut it back down to something that you can use right when you start off in the game. This is basically the team I've been using for most of my Let's Play series. And let's see if it can do the amazing. Let's see if we can use a level 10 to 50 team to take out a whole team of mythics. We are likely going to die, but it's going to be fun trying. And of course, if you're going to use this, use the Warlord class. You get it from the very first kingdom. All of this you can get really easily. Tyri you get from Valkyrie, which is one of the first kingdoms you complete. She's the epic that you get at the end of that quest line. If you were to use this team, the only trait you'd really have to get on Druid is the first one. Of course, it'd be slightly better if you could get them all. And same as Valkyrie. Preferably, actually, you would want to get all of them, because you would really want that Warder Link just to get up a little bit quicker.
Mana surge.
So, right off the bat, we do have a Valkyrie, which is going to be very, very beneficial to us. I'm trying to find an extra turn with it that isn't green. Unfortunately, I think we do have to go with green. It looks like it, yeah.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
And we almost got Valkyrie back up with that, so not too big a deal. We'll be able to get that up, and actually she is all the way back up. We almost have Tyri up as well. Let's make sure we don't give him any extra turns. Especially with a war right up front, we want to make sure we don't give him skulls either. So right here, we'll probably want to deny him. Just double checking the rest of the board. I'll let it double check itself. And there we go. We got some skull damage on him. Oh, he just reduced magic. And magic again. Wow. That's really going to be taking out our damage potential, since this team does mainly use magic. Magic and skull damage. Early on in the game, Warlord gets an insane amount of attack. Either go Warlord or go the Assassin class. Assassin class actually gets a lot more attack, but it comes a little bit later in the game, because Warlord you get from the very first kingdom, whereas Assassin you don't get till Mystic Scales, which will take a little bit longer. But right here, there's nothing really of threat on the board, so we'll just cast this. We really want to make sure we can get War dead. Hopefully he aligns some skulls for us.
Mana surge.
And he actually does, which is absolutely amazing for us. We'll take these purples, and that will drop those skulls, so we get that. One of the reasons I suggested this for level 10 to 50 early on in the game is it has soul farm with Valkyrie, as well as map and gold farm, because there's a 20% chance every single time that Tyri casts that she will get a treasure map, which you use for the treasure map minigame in Valkyrie. So from here, we don't use brown on this team, so let's convert it out. That'll get our Druid right back up. Just make sure there's no extra turns left before you end your turn. We do want to take these skulls. For the most part, we'll always want to take the skulls, especially since these people are pretty huge compared to the weaker team that we are using. But of course, using this earlier on in the game, you'll be completely dominating compared to the teams that you have around you. And right here, we'll want to go with green. One thing to mention about our Tyri cast that you're going to be seeing that I do quite a bit, I'm destroying 17 gems, even more earlier. Normally, you won't be destroying this many. At level 11, with no kingdom bonuses, Tyri will be destroying 8 gems, which is exactly enough to get her all her mana back. So you want to make sure your Tyri is at least level 11 when you're early on in the game. So right here, I'm just looking around for a decent move. I think I'm just going to take the green. And that should be okay. We just got a map too. I think we just gave Death his ability, which is going to be very annoying because he can kill us with that very easily. And Famine just got his ability up too, so that's going to be very dangerous as well. Yeah, we'll probably actually lose this. Let's see. Can we redeem from this? Probably not. It depends if he uses Death. If he uses Death... Oh, wait. We only have 3 magic on him right now? I wasn't even paying attention to that. Woo! We're dead. We are so dead right now. Let's see. We can do a couple things here. I'm thinking about red. Unfortunately, our Crude Club is down to no magic at all. This isn't a good example of this team. Gosh. The less players were definitely a better example. The problem is, 4 times Mythic isn't horrible. And is actually doing really good against us right now in this particular instance. Fortunately for us, that Death Mark is not triggering at all yet. Of course, now that I say that, it's going to trigger next turn. Okay, we got a double cleanse. Very nice there. Let's see. We'll take these yellows. We will get a skull, but it won't be enough to kill. We really need a yellow surge here. And we get it. Earlier on in the game, you will have a little bit lower of a surge chance. Actually, quite a bit lower. You wouldn't really try for moves like that for the most part. You mostly use Tyri to get whatever mana you still needed left. So right here, we might be able to do a decent move. Gonna take out these purples. And that should align these skulls for next turn, I believe. No, they won't. Actually, it'll just give them skulls. Luckily, our Druid still has mana enough that we can be casting it. So we'll cast it here. It's going to kill out our Tyri. I probably should have taken the skulls beforehand. We would have gotten an extra 10 damage on him. Right now, at this point, I might as well just keep ignoring the skulls. No point in trying to take it now that I already ignored them. And he'll take those again. Right here, we have quite a few choices. Unfortunately, we can't actually deny anything that we don't need. So I'm just going to have to go with green here.
Mana surge.
And that will fill him up. And we are getting to the point of Death about to cast again. And that will pretty much be the death of us. Haha. But yeah, we need to take a yellow or red next turn. He took a blue surge, so we are very much dead. Is there any ways I can make him take skull next turn? Probably not. So we'll just take these yellows. We need to... Oh, yes! Perfect, perfect. He's going to take those skulls, which is actually beneficial to us. Surprisingly. Right here, we are going to go and do it on brown. We don't need browns. Not at all. And we can actually kill him. We have exactly 12 attack right here. So we're going to do just that. I'm going to take this. We'll also have a chance of getting a yellow there twice. The first will be when the skulls drop. The second will be when the greens drop. And we actually have a slight chance of winning this. A very, very slim chance, but it's still possible. And we did get a red. We didn't get the yellow, though. That would have been perfect. And Famine is up. So we're pretty much dead here. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. But we are pretty much dead. Unless it hits Valkyrie. That's our, like, only saving grace. Please hit Valkyrie. So please hit Valkyrie. Aw. We can still win, though. If we could win this, that'd be just plain out what just happened. Beating an all-mythic team with a team I built for lower levels. And that would really show how powerful this is if I beat all mythics with this. Yeah, it's not going to happen, though. That'd be amazing, but it's not going to happen. Let's see. Let's just... Because we don't have anything that uses blue. Obviously, she doesn't use her own color. Let's see. We could use it on red. That's not going to do much, though. He doesn't even use red, and we do. So that would actually be a really bad move, even though we'd want to try getting skulls off it. I'm just going to take these blues and hope the alignment on this board gets a bit better to do anything with. We could use it on yellow. Of course, we do use yellow as well, but we're going to get some skulls out of it. So I am going to do it. It's actually going to be exactly enough to kill out the famine as well. Unfortunately, he is going to get a plague casted off, which is basically the death of us. So we'll take these reds. We'll get another skull. I completely ignored those blues, though, which is exactly how much he needs, or a little bit more. But he has his ability up now. Please don't hit attack. No! No way. Okay, well, I'm just forfeiting. If that didn't hit attack, we actually could have won this. We still can, but obviously I'm not going to waste our time just going through this. That is this team. Almost the speed of Mythic team. If we really wanted to put in the time, we could have actually beaten that. But I'm not going to waste like 10 minutes trying to kill that with a beginner team. For better representations of this team, the Let's Play video definitely did it better. Let's go over a somewhat similar team. Let's hope it doesn't fail as bad against this as well. One's meant for level 1s to 100. It's Valkyrie triple Druid. Very inexpensive because it only uses 2 different troops. All you need, of course, is Druid and Valkyrie. Whenever you level up 1 troop, it goes for all the troops of that type. So you can put like 3, 4 of them, and it only still costs the same amount as the trading and leveling 1. So let's put this guy in. Of course, another somewhat annoying battle. We're up against double Legends and double Mythic with a team not really made to go up against it. So let's see what we can do here. Right off the bat, I'm probably going to take these greens, hope for a surge. We'll mainly doing it for the yellow, though, that we'll be getting from it. I actually won't be doing that because those yellows will drop down and he'll get some blues. So I'm just going to take the skulls straight out. His Behemoth isn't traded, so that's a little bit of a benefit to us. This is why I didn't do that move earlier. We would have gave him that 4 times blue, which I wanted for myself. We will take a green here. Hope it surges. It doesn't. We could have taken the blue for a guaranteed, but I do like trying to keep the blues on the board so we can use it for Valkyrie. Unfortunately, he ended up taking it anyway, so it didn't really matter. So basically with this deck, all you do is just try filling them up, and then once you're filled up enough, you just cast them.
Mana surge.
Like right here, we'll probably want to start casting.
Mana surge.
And he did just famine. Because of that, I'm going to be using our later one, because that one got its magic reduced. So it's going to drain everything we just have, all of our fast, all of our everything. And putting us at a great disadvantage again. I'm just going to let that one Druid die. Kill it out.
Mana surge.
Take right there. We actually didn't get any mana out of that. Let me take these not blue. We'll just give it skulls if we do that. Unfortunately, any other color that we need isn't on the board. So again, we'll have to take no colors. Only disadvantage of using something with this little bit of colors. If you can't get the Valkyrie running, you're not really going to be controlling the board at all. This Behemoth might actually help us though with these drops. Let's see. And not too much. We could take greens. Preferably, we would want a red or yellow here. We can't, though. So we'll take that. We didn't get skulls off it either. We'll give him some browns.
Mana surge.
And let's see. We'll try a yellow right there. Of course, it does not surge. Famine is stopping that slightly because of his half to gem masteries. So we'll just take these reds. It's going to do a little bit of damage to us. And he's going to get it off because skulls didn't align anywhere. And right here, I'm going to take these purples. We'll also be able to take skulls afterwards with it.
Mana surge.
And let's see. We can take those skulls. Is there any other moves? Yes, no, possibly. Doesn't look like it. So we'll take it out. Luckily, our Valkyrie will be tanking now. It doesn't really matter if Famine reduces anything on it, as long as these two stay highly statted. I do want to try getting Valkyrie back up. The only problem is Famine is going to get up any turn now, so it'd be a little bit of a waste to get our Valkyrie up.
Mana surge.
So at this point, I'm going to let it take the skulls, even though we're going to give it blue mana and everything on top of it. Mostly because it'll be more damage if we cast these twice. Not to mention his famine will be up in a turn. So there's really no countering that at this point unless he can't take any mana. But it looks like he'll take either of those two browns next turn. Oh, if that would have hit that plague right there, that would have been nice. It didn't go for the move for some reason. That's nice for us. Can't take any Valkyrie mana, so we'll just take the skull. And we got a very lucky extra turn there. Unfortunately, there isn't much we can do with it unless we get a yellow surge here. And we do, so that was very lucky. Oh, wait, never mind. Behemoth will cast and kill it anyways. Let's see. Plague will be doing its cast next turn, so we're actually not going to want to take any mana here, which is good because I don't think we can anyways. I'm taking the browns there. Was hoping for a skull. We didn't get it, though. So it was actually good that it hit that second one. As long as we can get this Behemoth dead, we should be good to go because it does take a lot of mana. Unfortunately, we only use 2 different colors. It's using like 5 or something, 4 or 5. Let's see. I'll take these browns. Hopefully he won't take our greens. And he doesn't. He does take our blues instead, though. Skulls aren't going to do too much, but we might still have to take it regardless. He'll get a skull counter, which is bringing us very low. Any damage, and we're pretty much dead. We'll have to kill that Behemoth just to make sure it doesn't kill us. Let's see. I'll take it this way. Take out our yellows. Take out our... No clue which way I want to take the blues. I'll take them this way.
Mana surge.
And now we have a bit of a problem because there's going to be skulls everywhere now. And he just keeps reducing us lower and lower by the turn. So this will do a decent amount of damage. Actually, it's going to kill the other one, Plague. And he just gave us the game. Also, if any of you are wondering why I'm not playing these on my lower account to kind of show it better, it's mostly because there's been a little bit of a problem with my Let's Play account. If you've been wondering like why lately I haven't been playing on my Let's Play account, it's mostly because since the 2.01 update, it's been a bit wonky. I haven't really looked into it that much, but I'll probably have a fix for it soon. I'm pretty sure if I just ask the devs, I haven't even asked them yet about it. I'm pretty sure if I do, they'll give me an easy fix for it. But next up, these teams will start getting a bit quicker now that we're actually getting into teams that are more towards the level of the area. We're actually getting a very popular deck, or what used to be a very popular deck, Treant, Alchemist, Valkyrie, Banshee. Still a very, very good deck in this game. Also, you might also have been noticing, I've been trying to keep all of these builds towards a build that console players can use as well. So most of these starting builds I'm showing, console players can use just as well as anyone on PC and mobile, since it's just using the same exact troops that are already available on consoles. We will start getting into some teams that are only exclusive to the PC mobile version now, as we get into the later game teams. So right now, you'll notice we're already going to start doing a lot better than those other teams. So Alchemist right off the bat. A couple things we can do here. Take these yellows. This team is all about looping. Unfortunately, we just reached a area where we cannot loop anymore. So I'll just take these skulls. We get the yellow mana out of it as well. He'll take that. We'll be able to use it on green next turn. And if we had Banshee up right now from that surge, that would have been amazing. Fortunately, we do not. I'll take the mana, though. We'll get plenty of it right here.
Mana surge.
And if that's still there, we can get a really good cast next turn. Let's see. He moved it slightly. We won't get as much mana for it, but we can still do it. Going to be using it on the Bone Dragon.
Mana surge.
Alchemist right back up. We got our Valkyrie right back up as well, which will be able to cast for us quite a bit. Let's see. We can't really use our Valkyrie on anything. I mean, our Alchemist on anything. We could use it on purple. We won't be able to follow it up, though.
Mana surge.
So, like, right here, as soon as we get right here, there's nothing we can do. So we'll take that. Just get stuff out of the way. We're getting big on our Treant as well. He has Stone Skin, so he's going to be very tanky with that combo. And still not much we can do with the converts, so we'll just take some skulls, get some mana, and go on from there. It did just get Divine Shield, so it's going to be blocking one of our next attacks. It also has Sugar Up, and it's going to waste its turn on skulls, though, instead. So that's very beneficial to us. Banshee, playing a little bit against this because they do have a Shagra, so any reds that we're making is actually going to be helping it more than hurting it. So it's going to use Shagra now. We should still survive. And let's see, does it miss? Yes, it missed the... Oh no, it didn't miss the extra turn. So we might almost lose our Treant here. Luckily, it's so tanky that it doesn't even matter if it takes this much damage.
Mana surge.
The board is not playing nice today, and we can still get an extra turn there. Unfortunately, that extra turn is going to do nothing. That's not the kind of extra turn that we need. I will be taking some skulls, though. Actually going to be using a Treant cast to do it. We'll gain a bunch of armor, and we'll get the attack off. It won't kill, though, because that's Divine Shield. But we'll be able to follow it up next turn to be able to get that kill. Right here, I do want to try removing something so we can at least attempt to get an extra turn. Well, I guess we'll just take that instead. Let's go a little bit tankier. I was trying to avoid having to hit the Bone Dragon directly because we're going to be getting frozen the second that we do that. So I'm just going to waste a turn here and gain our attack up so we can at least one-shot him when the time comes. So right here on purple, we'll be able to get a really good move. And we're almost reaching a point that we can just one-shot everything as well. Or at least the first troop, which is the main one we need out at this current moment. So let's just take out green. And we'll actually still preserve the extra turn here. Even though we just got frozen, we got the extra turn off of yellow. So we were still able to use the turn. Like right here, we'll use it on red. And we'll still get the extra turn even though we're frozen. Because we're only frozen right now on green, blue, and skull. So as long as our extra turn is something else, we won't actually be frozen from it. So even like right here, we'll use it, do it on reds. Let's see. I'm actually going to aim it at the Vinoxia. Because it wouldn't have been enough damage to kill, regardless. Next up, I will just probably remove the reds. This will get us to the point where we should be able to drop a skull for free. At least somewhere. So let's see. Yep, right there. Oh, I forgot. We are still frozen, so it doesn't even matter that we did it for free. But it doesn't matter. Right here, we'll... Never mind. Extra turn. Right in the next turn that we can possibly attack, we'll kill it. Right there. And because of our high attack from all the buffing, we get it right down. And as you can see, now that we're actually using higher level teams, I can actually defeat them. But those other ones I showed early on are really good early, despite how bad they were doing end game. It's mostly just because of the kind of troops that we were up against. Especially that all mythic team with like a beginner deck. That's not going to work. Which is why I have these frames for them. Okay, this is actually a really, really, really bad team to use up against this. I almost feel like doing a different one. But just for fun. Let's try it. This is a complete loop that depends on Abhorath being able to loop with Green Slime and Keeper of Souls and everything like that. And we're pretty much playing against ourselves, going against a Bone Dragon and another Freeze. But let's see if we can overcome it. This actually used to be another very popular deck in this game before Legendary traits came out and started shifting things up. Because the main reason people use this deck was because of how good it is with Valkyrie and Keeper of Souls. I actually did a video on this specific deck earlier too during my Let's Play. Very, very powerful early on. Unfortunately, it does take 2 legends. I have a variant of this, which I'll be showing right after this, which is a little bit better and doesn't really use as high of legends. It still uses Keeper of Souls, but you don't have to worry about getting Abhorath at all with it. So let's see. From here, we are unfortunately frozen, which completely messes up this team. Luckily, it shouldn't matter too much, though, because it's still very strong regardless. We'll take these blues. No Surge.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
And he gave us greens. We'll still get an extra turn off of that.
Mana surge.
We can use a green slime. Unfortunately, there is no way to get an extra turn. But we will get so much mana that it won't really matter.
Mana surge.
Oh, we got an extra turn off of something else, so that's really nice. Normally, I would take these purples to get our Abhorath a little bit higher. We are frozen, though, so that would be completely pointless to do. So instead, I'm just looking for a really good skull match that won't be resulting in an extra turn for him. Let's get this Bone Dragon out of the way. We want to make sure we don't get frozen anymore, so let's just use it on purple here. And we'll gain plenty of our mana back. And we can just clear out the board. Unfortunately, the maul is getting a little bit higher, but nothing within a threat. We're still frozen on blue, actually in 2 spaces. So instead of just taking something, let's see. We'll actually take the skulls right here, and then we'll clear out the board. He's going maul damage, so we want to be careful he doesn't end up devouring us. One of our troops got unfrozen, but since we still have one frozen, we can't convert to blues right now. So we're gonna have to remove the board. Gain a lot of attack for doing so. This will help reset us some. We even get some free skulls from it. Hopefully we cleanse next turn. Never mind, it won't matter. We just got frozen again, so we still can't do it, even if he does. He didn't uncleanse. Let's see. Could go for brown. Could go for quite a few things here. I'm going to take these browns, hope for a skull there. Very unlikely, but it's possible. We don't get it. Want to make sure we deny this maul. He cannot get his ability up. That is something that cannot by any means happen. So even though we're getting blocked on this extra turn, I'm going to be converting out the yellows. The main reason for this is we do not want maul getting that last bit of mana. And right there, we'll be able to stop him. Take those skulls. Get the sacrifice triggering too, which gives us even more stats because of that legendary trait. We'll move the board. And he just keeps getting stronger and stronger. We just one-shot there again. As long as you don't have skull reduction, you tear through them like butter. And let's see. Hope for a surge right there. It doesn't really matter too much at this point. That map would have to get ridiculously lucky to win this. Hey, you never know. Let's take these browns, and that should pretty much be the game. We can use it anywheres, and it'll one-shot it. We'll use it right on these browns, right on these blues. It'll be dead. And there it goes. Next up, we have a... I don't even know what we have. A team that's good with Valkyrie. Because that's this whole video. Let's see. We have a defend blues. That killed 0. Hey, that was the defend team that I suggested a while back. Let's see, which one are we up to right here? Here we go. There is the Valkyrie Keeper of Souls combo that I would suggest if you didn't have Abhorath. You go with Treant and up front instead, and then go with the new Astral Spirit. Consoles, you guys don't have this guy or girl, unfortunately. It probably won't be there for months. But she is really, really good at board control. She has Empowered and has removed any gems from the very first turn. So that is quite possibly the best board control ability in the game right now. Because there's so many different options that you can use that for. You can use it if your team only has 5 manas and you want to shift it so you can take out the mana you don't use. Or you can use it with something that does have all manas like this. And then just use it to control the board how you like on the very first turn. So right off the bat, we're just going to be taking a bunch of these extra turns. This will also be feeding us extra mana or HP on our Treant. So it'll be even bigger. Getting a lot of lucky cascades as well. Right off the bat here, I am thinking about just taking these skulls. Seems like the safest bet. Yeah. And I do want to get our Keeper of Souls up, so instead of just doing something else, I'm going to be taking our Bark Skin. It'll buff us up, plus we'll get the mana we need to be able to skull him down next turn. And if not by him, we might be able to use Astral Spirit instead and save it, just in case. Let's see, we have a couple options that we can use for remove. I was thinking about reds, but that won't really do much for us. We could remove blues. We kind of need blues, but we will get skulls out of it, and that will be the kill. We'd have to remove, let's see, at a 3-to-1 ratio, we'd have to remove way too many gems. So let's just take the skull by this means. And now we'll have a better setup for using Keeper of Souls. Even though we can't really use Valkyrie now, we'll be able to get a really nice shot on here. It'll end our turn, but we get plenty of damage off. And it doesn't matter too much if he takes skulls against us, because we have Stone Skin, which will be tanking like crazy for us. So there are some blues being replenished on the board now. We'll probably be able to take these yellows. No Surge, but we can wait another turn to get it up. We'll get it up right there, actually.
Mana Surge. Mana Surge.
And 1 mana on it. I mean, 1 HP on it. That is very annoying. Hopefully he doesn't do anything with it. He will be replenishing our freeze, which is a bit annoying. Let's see. Can we get a Valkyrie cast anywhere? It actually doesn't even matter because he will stop our extra turn. So let's just buff up, but also make sure he doesn't get his mana.
Mana Surge.
Let's see. Oh, he's still going to get it after all.
Mana Surge.
Well, that is a bit unfortunate. He could kill our Treant if he gets lucky enough. Looking for an extra turn right now. We could use it on red. We will lose that extra turn, though. But it might still be worth it. So let's do it. Let's see. Was it worth it? Possibly. He'll take the skulls. We got a map out of it. We'll take the skulls next turn. I can't believe it. Oh, no, he's not going to take the skulls. So our Treant's probably going to die from this. 38 damage. And there goes the last of it. That was pretty much expected. After he survives with just 1 HP. Gosh. We'll take our browns. That's almost going to fill up our Keeper of Souls. And there's plenty of spots that we can do it on the board. No really good spot for our... Actually, slightly. We can use it on yellow here. Even though we need yellow for quite a few things. I'll at least set up the board for us to be able to follow up. I will have to kill it here, even though we're going to get frozen for doing so. I'll do it with the brown, so we'll get our extra turn. We are frozen, so we won't be able to really kill it out unless we want to waste our turn here. So I could do it on purple. We're going to get a lot of damage for it, but it will be able to follow up with pretty much anything that it wants. So I'm just going to... I don't know. Should we risk it? Let's go for it. Might as well. Let's have fun with it.
Rise from the dead, my minion.
Annoying sad. It's not like he does that much skull damage anyways with his lead. He's going to drain us, though, with his famine. Let's see. He hits our Valkyrie and actually kills it, too, which is absolutely amazing that these things are tearing through us like this. Of course, we aren't exactly counter building either. We're just kind of going through whatever build is in the line and going one by one. Normally, you might switch up your team if you're up against something that your team doesn't look like it'll be good against. So, let's see. We have quite a few options here. We can try for a purple surge. That wouldn't be enough mana, though. Preferably, I would want to go for purple. I mean, for brown, to be able to stop him. The main reason I don't want to do that here is because we'll give him a 4-time smash. And that'll probably drop something that he needs. Of course, we could get yellow off it as well. So it might just be worth giving it to him then. Because we were able to deny some of his brown. I think we just cascaded all the brown back in, though. And now it's even more organized for an extra turn. Yep, and he'll get it, too. With only 1 mana away for us, too. So if it kills Keeper of Souls, we're pretty much done here. Yep. And that is this match. Wow, 2 matches. Of the best Valkyrie teams, and yet they still die. Late game teams will do that. Luckily, there's no way we're gonna die with this team. Especially now that we're starting to get to the extremely late game teams. Level 100 to 500. It's a full divine team. You'll easily be able to fill it up with Mercy as soon as you get alignment. And then with the Devoted, you'll just be able to keep looping it over and over again. And this video is kind of just like a testament to how bad your luck can be sometimes in this game. It can really be hit or miss sometimes. Like, really hard. If the AI gets lucky enough, you just get completely destroyed. Like, right here, it has a 10... Oh, never mind. It doesn't have Death Touch. I was going to say, it has a 10% chance to kill us right there. Luckily, it doesn't have Death Touch, so it actually had a 0% chance. Right here, I'm going to try getting Valkyrie up. A little bit risky since there's not that many, but we should be able to get an extra turn off it. No extra turn, but we did get the mana. So I guess that still works. And since we don't need red that much, we can just take it right out. Now that we have our Valkyrie up, don't need it.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
And right here, we have quite a few options. Of course, we are tanky enough that we don't really need to worry too much about it taking skulls. So as soon as this board is done, I can actually just leave the skulls right where they are and just go for a kill. Let's use it on that just to make sure it doesn't death mark or freeze us. Of course, it gets a demonic pact because our luck is absolutely horrible right now. And why would it stop now? Okay. We could stop all of its purples. Unfortunately, there is no way we can take it. Hopefully, he won't interfere with this area, and we'll be able to get a really nice cast off next turn. And of course, it stops it. Let's see. Take those greens. Take the reds. Get plenty of mana, and now we'll be able to recast Valkyrie.
Mana surge.
Could use it on green. We won't get an extra turn out of it, though. Really not many good options here. Oh, never mind. Mercy can finally get her cast off. It's about time. We'll use it right there. And now we can just start looping for the most part. I'm going to take it down instead of over. We don't use brown, so it doesn't matter if we try taking more mana. I'm just going to take it so we get that skull out of the way.
Mana surge.
And let's see. Let's see here. He's actually going to waste 2 turns on skulls, so let's let him do that. Let's take out that. We'll then take out the spider. Maybe should have even taken out the spider first. Not too big a deal though. Let's use it on yellow here. And it actually misses, which is pretty amazing. He'll take the skull though still, so not going to be too big a deal. And we'll be able to get a nice Valkyrie cast off right there on the purple. Preferably a different color because we did want to save the purple for Mercy. But it's not going to make that big a deal since we already have everything right back up. Hopefully this will hit on yellow. We could just take a yellow instead. That'd be a little bit of a safer bet. But why play safe? Well, we got it, but we didn't get an extra turn. So I don't know how I feel about that. He'll take the skulls. He's getting dangerously close to casting his Inferno King. So let's just kill it out. Actually, we can't kill it out. Oh, now we really have to play it risky. We have to get a yellow on this, or enough yellow to get Paladin up. Luckily, we do get it. Plenty of mana. Take out everything until there's nothing left. And that seems to be pretty much everything, so let's take it out. We'll easily be able to one-shot literally everything. If you use this early on, more towards the lower levels, you'll be able to loop pretty well, too. Since you can keep getting more and more armor on Paladin, like, we get up to one-shot really quick. But if you're a lower level, it's going to take a little bit longer. And with this deck, you'll actually be able to reach one-shot, which quite a few other decks can't actually obtain. So, right here, not that many good options. I might just use it on green, because I think there's more green here than there is yellow. And we do get it. So it was a good choice to use it on green there. No way we can drop it though, so we'll probably just have to take a random green. Unless we can use Mercy. I guess we'll use Mercy on green, actually. And then we can get the Devoted to give us the rest of the mana that we need. And there's definitely a lot more blues, so we're going to use our turn to get an extra turn off these blues, which will give us even more armor on top of all of our armor, as well as get Devoted right back up, as if we didn't even do anything.
Mana surge.
And now that there's a little bit more back on the board, I'm actually just going to use probably our Mercy, even though we're going to be giving it some extra turn right there. We're going to be giving the mana that we need, so it doesn't matter that much.
Mana surge.
Right there, we got both of them up. Giant Spider is going to take its mana. It will take those skulls instead, though, so it won't get in the way of anything. So it just got those skulls. We'll be able to kill it right off. It's gonna think I think that's the first cast it's gonna get off all match. And I completely left those greens there. Luckily, there's skulls for it to take, so it doesn't even matter. We won't be able to drop those. We could take them, but there's not much point in that. I will take him away. We would get even more souls, even though we've already reached max. If you're lower, you might not have. And then we get the kill right off at the end. And Paladin with a ridiculous amount of armor, one-shotting literally anything that ever exists. Next up, we have the late game teams, which there's no way they in the world they are possibly going to lose. Unless they get, like, ridiculously unlucky. Here are more towards the 300 to 1000 range. And here is a very common, or used to be very common, not so much these days because it is a little bit slower compared to other decks that are used. But here is a very strong true damage team with the Mirrored Bat with a Soothsayer and Valkyrie in the middle of them. So right off the bat, there is pretty much nothing to do. I do want to make sure whatever we do not give Mercy anything of value at all, because that will not be good. So I'm just going to take right from over here. We do want to make sure we focus yellows a bit, because that's the only way our Valkyrie is actually going to get filled. Luckily, Mercy will be helping us out with that perfectly by giving us a big patch of them. And I'll probably take even more. Let's see. A couple ways we can do it. I think I might just take the yellows directly. Play it safe. We'll convert out the browns with something next turn. Let's see. It completely messed that up. 100% completely. There's actually nowhere where we can even do a extra turn, or any good move for that matter. So we'll just take some red. Almost got the first bat up. If we can ever get a Valkyrie cast off, they'll both basically fill. So we'll take that. Soothsayer will be able to do anything with the board as long as there's still purples left, and there's definitely plenty of purple left on the board right now. He is about to get a Gerald cast off, so instead of letting him get that cast off, we're going to let him take those skulls instead. We're not going to interfere. So he'll waste his turn next turn taking those skulls. And we'll take some yellows away from him, get it out for free. And he'll use that. He should miss next turn. There's a possibility he might hit though, but we'll get our first bat off. A couple more and they'll all be dead. And he does hit and get another Gerald right afterwards still. A little bit annoying, but he'll miss eventually. Actually, I think he just already missed, so that's going to be good. Yes, he did. Nowhere's where we can convert still though, which is still very unfortunate. But we will be able to just keep taking turns until the board suits us. Could use it on yellow. That wouldn't be a bad idea right about now. Even though we need it for Valkyrie, we need the bat mana a lot more than we need our Valkyrie mana.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Let's see. Don't see any extra turns around. Might still want to take the red just to make sure we get our Valkyrie up before we just waste our turn casting our bat. It looks like any of these reds are going to give him a extra turn though, which is unfortunate. But I might have to let it happen because he'll take a big one there, right here. Well, we might just have to take this one. He'll get less mana off of it. He'll still get an extra turn, but it won't fill up Mercy, so that's what matters.
Mana surge.
And he wasted his turn very well there. So we'll just cast again. We'll get a nice convert. He'll waste his turn again. We already got a kill, and at this point, he's pretty much dead.
Mana surge.
And he doesn't have any frozen, so we don't need to worry about that. Could use a Soothsayer right now. Get that last mana up on it. Mercy is dangerously close to casting. I might just let it though. Nah, let's just kill it. Out with it. It will take us a little bit longer now to get our mana back. Luckily, it just set up a perfect turn for us. Just take the blues right there. And we'll be able to follow it up with either of these two blues. It won't be enough. The skull will kill him. Oh, never mind. We can take that right there. Didn't see that. Didn't notice that one. We'll take that right there. That'll be all of our mana. And as long as he doesn't immortal, that will be the kill. Good. The game stopped trolling us for a little bit. And that is that. And now 2 more Valkyrie teams for the late game. Next up, we have we have an all-goblin team, gosh. We have Plague, Valkyrie, Queen Mab, and Astral Spirit. Valkyrie with Queen Mab. How it is now that Queen Mab got a little bit of the nerf, you don't really need ever more than one Queen Mab in your team, but she is still a very effective troop, especially with Astral Spirit and stuff like that. So, especially against goblins, she is one of the best goblin counters in existence right now if you can get her fully traded. Of course, that costs a lot of traits, but once you get it, you never have to worry about goblin teams again. I was thinking about this. We won't get an extra turn from it actually because we'll be taking those reds as well, which will just completely nullify it. So we'll take it that way instead.
Mana surge.
And I do want to try removing the greens as soon as possible if we can. Of course, they use so many greens. Right there, I don't want to give it yellows even though it doesn't use yellow. So I'm just going to take the greens or the red straight. He'll go for the green. We almost could have gotten a green there. He just moved it though. Could do it on purple. We won't get that much mana from it, so it's not really worth it. I might just have to directly remove them. But for the sake of mana, let's remove the purple. He'll end up taking skulls next turn, which is very little damage. Even though they do have the little bit of attack bonus, it's not too big a deal. Now we can finally convert out the greens, which is so precious to a goblin team.
Mana surge.
Got Valkyrie right back up, and whenever we do any kind of big match, we're going to be triggering our Plague like crazy on every single stat they have. Get all of our manas up. You can see there's plenty of blues on the board. Just use our Queen Mab, convert it right back out, and pretty much just keep going until the match is over. And we get plenty of board control. Let's see, we can... Oh, can we actually get it? We might not be able to get it. So much board control that we can't even use. Yeah, I don't think we can get it. Oh, wait, never mind. We can on red. I was looking at it down there. It's standing right there in front of my eyes. And yeah, that's pretty much the match. It should be an extra turn. Might be a little bit low. Nope, it's not. Now we can just finish it off. Do another convert. Plenty of souls. Use Queen Mab again. Done. And finally, my favorite Queen Mab, my favorite Valkyrie team as of currently within the game. Unfortunately, consoles, you guys cannot do it. It actually uses two fairly recent troops that are PC and mobile only. If this game would ever load, I'm pretty sure it's Defend right now. Or it just wanted to load forever for no reason. Nope, it is Defend. Defend win at that, too. And lastly, against a very annoying team, we are using Emperor Khorvash, Valkyrie, Crimson Bat, and Death. A full true damage team. Death, not exactly true damage, but what makes him work in true damage teams is the fact that his legendary trait steals 2 HP at the start of every turn. You can see even right there before we do anything, it's already even stealing that 2 HP from him. From the very first turn that you already start on. So you can do quite a bit of havoc with this. We're going to be stunning all of them too. So that will make sure they can't do anything too effective on us. Skulls are pointless for either of us to take because we have stone skin, he has granite skin. So I'm just going to ignore skulls completely this match. We'll take a Valkyrie mana. We'll take another Valkyrie mana. And got Surge on neither of them.
Mana surge.
We'll let it take skulls again, doesn't matter. We do not use green. This team doesn't actually use green. It expects to convert out the green. Unfortunately, there's no way we can do that right now. So, let's see. I'll take these skulls. He doesn't use red, so he shouldn't take it from us. He doesn't, but he takes it in the way that we can't use it. So we'll take the blues. Finally get a surge on it, but it doesn't do us much good.
Mana surge.
We'll be able to finish off the reds. He'll take the skulls. That'll do like nothing to us. And we can finally convert out these greens that we do not need. And that will really help us out on this board, being able to control it. Unfortunately, Gorgoltha hasn't been able to get stunned yet, so let's do that right now. Let's stun him so we can do full skull damage front to him if we need to. But we won't need to. We'll just use Bat. What really makes Death work is you see it's only 2 HP. Normally we'd have to use a whole nother cast. But because of Death, we just killed it right there. I did get Demonic Pact because, of course, our luck is going to be completely abysmal. And AI just completely hates us.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Let's see. There's plenty of skulls there. Not really worth taking, though. A lot of other options of nothing. Reds would kind of work. Oh, wait, never mind. Red's right there. I lied. We got plenty of mana. Plenty on mana. Yellow, not worth it. Blue, probably worth it. I don't want to take it, though. I kind of want to leave it skulls, is my concern right now. Or not really concern, but something I want to do. We could take blues. That will get our bat up, which seems like the better option right now. So we will do that. Gonna go for the stun. He's just gonna take skulls again. Our Khorvash is gonna get very low, but it doesn't matter. He's not really gonna die. Even if he does, it's not gonna be to lose by any means. And now all we need is 1 true damage down, and he is dead. So let's see. We'll take these yellows. Hope for a green there. And we got it. Very lucky. Got some skulls on top of it as well. And pretty much everything. So we can just take these skulls and kill him. So yeah, those are some of the best Valkyrie builds in the team. Of course, feel free to leave your own in the comment section below. I wouldn't mind doing a whole nother Valkyrie build team in the future. I'm pretty sure I won't need to, though. Something that has actually been confirmed by the developers recently is that they will be finding a method in the game soon, or tweaking something. I don't know exactly what. They haven't mentioned. But soon they will be changing the game so that teams other than Valkyrie will be able to soul farm effectively within PvP and other areas of the game. So you won't exactly have to use Valkyrie teams over and over and over and over again. Because right now, if you're not using Valkyrie team, you're not getting as many souls as you could be. So pretty much everyone is using Valkyrie teams with whatever teams they feel is most suited for their play style. Which is somewhat unfortunate. They will be changing that, as I stated, in the future. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for all of the support and for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.